From Newsnets and CCTV, it's high school basketball coming to you tonight from Cadillac High School.
Second quarter action here on Newsnet Sports and CCTV's Michigan High School Basketball Game of the Week as the Ludington Orioles have a 2-point advantage over the Cadillac Vikings, 13-11. I'm Derek Tate alongside Dan Gussert. Dan, we saw good basketball on both ends of the floor to start the game, but in particular, it looks like Ludington able to confuse this and stifle this Cadillac offense in the first quarter.
Yeah, they've made Cadillac perimeter game really work to get going, but they've also done a great job after the Vikings have scored. As you watched right at the end of that first quarter, Molly Anderson hits a three with about 6 seconds to play. Ludington gets down the floor, and Zatarga makes a great move and puts it in off the glass at the buzzer for their 2-point lead.
Leading scorer in the first quarter for the Vikings is Olivia Myers. She starts the second quarter on the bench. Quiet first quarter for McKenna Bryant, only had one free throw. Anderson and Bryant had a couple rattle in and out from downtown as Anderson thinks about a three, trying to penetrate into this zone as Maddie Drabick lets it go from distance. No good, but Anna Whipple chases down the loose ball, and she's tied up by Haley Stowe. The possession arrow goes.
That's an interesting one. You see her get tied up in the corner, and a lot of times you'll see a coach go right into an official and get a timeout real quick. Coach Mack decides not to, probably with the idea of I might need that late in the fourth quarter. I'm not going to use it right here. I think that's wise on his part in a nail-biter of a game that started the way it has here today.
As the Zatarga's pass is tipped out of bounds, intended for Porter. Molly Anderson, active hands, had 2 steals in the first quarter. Another pass tipped. And that from downtown, off to a fantastic start is Katie Messiar, and it's a 5-point advantage for Ludington. Cadillac has had a little bit more success breaking that half-court trap as Anderson lets it go and knocks down her second three-pointer.
That's a big basket with a 5-point lead that Ludington had. Vikings do a nice job breaking the press and get a good look out of it.
Ludington on top, 16-14, and a great feed from Zatarga.
I think that's going to be McKenna Bryant's second foul here with 6:34 to go, and it is. We'll see. She's played a lot this year with 2 fouls. She knows how to kind of just back off a little bit defensively.
It was a good foul as it was going to be an easy layup for Delana Porter. The junior misses her first offering as 4 new Ludington Orioles check into the game. And we've seen these mass substitutions throughout the first quarter by the head coach of the Orioles, John Stowe. As Porter knocks down the second free throw, and she'll head to the bench. Is Keelan Laird, who had a bucket and 2 rebounds. The freshman checks in. See a lot of youth on both of these teams.
Absolutely.
Here's McKenna Bryant being pressured full court. And it looks like the Orioles have come out in man-to-man defense. And that is an offensive foul called.
That was an interesting call, too, because I didn't see any body contact. It looked like it was all arms. But they've got a better view down there than you and I do up here, Derek.
Tough call against Jocelyn Seeley.
6-team foul already on the Vikings.
One more will put the Orioles in a 1-on-1 situation. They lead 17-14 with just a little over 6 minutes remaining in the first half. And there's a steal and then a subsequent push. Maddie Drabick. Well, you see how active she is on the defensive end of the ball.
You know, when you see McKenna Bryant go to the bench probably for the half here, Coach Mack's got some talented kids coming off the bench, and the one with the ball right now is definitely one of those.
And Drabick loses the handle on the floor, and they're going to call a jump ball. Fantastic pressure defense from the freshman Annie Klein of the Orioles. Cadillac entered tonight's game only with 13 turnovers on a per-game basis. We did mention the one loss that they had against the Glen Lake Bobcats. They turned the ball over 17 times. As the hot hand in the first quarter, Olivia Meyer can't get it to go, but Anna Whipple cleans it up for the second chance opportunity. 1 point lead for Ludington.
That's a great sideline play the Vikings run right there to get the three-point shot opportunity. But the coaching goes beyond that as you see Whipple go to where she should go for a rebounding opportunity, and she gets the basket as a result. That's great coaching.
A lot of ball movement here from Ludington. And that shot off the mark from Anna Klein. Drabick with the rebound. And the Vikings with a bucket can retake the lead. Jocelyn Seeley, the freshman.
You got a little face guarding going on right here as we see Allison Morris, whose job right now is to not leave Molly Anderson. And she is just staying nose to nose with her on the defensive end.
As Jocelyn Seeley is fouled by Keelan Laird. Two freshmen out there for their respective teams. The freshman for Ludington fouls Seeley and sends her to the line for the first time tonight.
And we see on the bench getting ready to come in, or at the scores table getting ready to come in, 5 Orioles.
As she knocks down the first free throw, and that'll tie this one up at 17 all as we see a mass set of substitutions again from Ludington. Constantly having a first and second unit out there to keep fresh legs as they have been playing a lot of pressure defense. Seeley goes 2 for 2 from the charity stripe, and Cadillac retakes the lead 18-17 with just under 5 minutes remaining. Zatarga's jumper is off the mark. Whipple with the rebound.
She did a great job defending Zatarga, made it a tough shot, and then on the long rebound, boxed out and got it.
Look at Olivia Meyer has got it going offensively. A little floater going baseline, and she's got 9. Meyer came into this game averaging 5.7 points per game. She can't miss right now. Cadillac on top, 20-17. Haley Stowe's shot off the mark. Anderson with the rebound. Cross-court pass to Meyer. Thinks about pulling up for a transition 3, but decides to pass it back out. Anderson.
That's a heck of a runner right there. There's not a lot of kids in Northern Michigan high school girls basketball that have that shot in their repertoire.
5 points for Anderson. And back on the other end, Haley Stowe gets it right back as both teams offensively starting to pick up the pace. Vikings lead 22-19. Anderson from straight away, just off the mark. Meyer with the offensive rebound. Anderson driving baseline and is fouled as Porter will send her to the line. 8 points so far for Molly Anderson as she can heat up real quick.
The Vikings have been a little more aggressive outside the arc, if you will, Derek. They're not just settling for that defender being in front of them. They're making a move and getting around that outside defender, and that's creating opportunities inside.
Anderson knocks down the first. She's shooting 68% from the line heading into today.
We do see McKenna Bryant with her 2 fouls sitting at the scores table. She will be coming in here for Molly if she makes this.
Anderson goes 1 of 2 at the line. 4-point lead for Cadillac. And the pass is tipped and nearly turned over. Orioles keep possession. This Vikings defense can be swarming, averaging 14 steals per game heading into this contest. Trying to go down low. A dangerous pass into the post from Stowe to Porter. Foul on the floor, and it
looks like on Molly Anderson, I believe. From behind, her first. That'll send Ludington to the free throw line, Derek. They're now in the 1-and-1.
As sending to the line is Delana Porter. She had a trip to the line back in the first quarter, went 1 of 2 from the charity stripe. Now she has a 1-and-1 opportunity to cut into this 4-point deficit.
That was a rainmaker.
That one nearly touched the ceiling here at Cadillac High School.
That did not look like her first 2 free throw attempts. They've all been a little bit different here.
Another high arcing one off the mark, but she gets her own miss. And an extra possession for Ludington. They trail by 3. Beautiful entry pass. And this time Porter converts in the paint, and it's a 1-point game yet again.
She has quick feet. She made a nice move down there for that basket.
Vikings offense has heated up, scoring 12 points in the first 6 minutes. Bryant's pass is intercepted. Here comes Haley Stowe on the other end. And another beautiful find, but missing the layup is Porter. She gets her own miss, goes right back up, gets another one, and she's going to go to the line. Great work on the glass from Porter.
You know, early in the game, you might see even McKenna Bryant get that rebound, but she played very wise right there. Kind of played behind that, not wanting to pick up that 3rd foul. Unfortunately for Cadillac, Whipple wasn't able to corral the rebound.
And one place that the Vikings, in their one loss to the Glen Lake Bobcats, they got out-rebounded as that free throw from Porter misses everything. She'll have one more. Like you said, every release for Porter.
Yeah, they've all been a little different here, for sure. That's something, you know, as her career goes on, she'll get better and better and more comfortable with that.
Porter, the junior, has been a handful in the paint. She's got 3 offensive rebounds so far, and she gets that one to go.
No, that is going to be called. She violated. She went in too quick right there. No free throw. Good call.
And that would have tied it up. Instead, Porter goes 0 for 2 from the line, and it's the Vikings who still have a 1-point lead. Anderson checks back in. And they break the press. Good find. Olivia Meyer with a step-back jumper. That one off the mark. And they're going to call an over-the-back foul on Anna Whipple. And again,
going to the line is Porter.
The team fouls starting to accumulate.
This is her 7th trip to the line just here in the first half.
She's done a great job on the glass, both on the offensive and defensive end. It's been a little bit inconsistent at the free throw line. Like you said, though, as a junior, you have an opportunity to improve upon that. Another 1-and-1 opportunity, and that one off the mark, but another offensive rebound for the Orioles.
Okay. Yep. That's a good job by the officiating crew right there. The horn sounded, so Ludington stopped playing. They should not have at that point. It hurts them because they had a great possession right underneath the basket.
That's the second time a free throw missed has been corralled by Ludington to get them an extra possession. They still trail by 1. Next foul will send them to the line for 2, but McKenna Bryant going coast to coast, but they call her for a travel.
A little bit of a hop step right there, it looked like from my angle too. Tough one right there is she had a little fumble dribble about where the Viking emblem is, or she probably is down the floor for that.
Just over 90 seconds remaining in the first half. Vikings up by 1. Cross-court pass. Here's an open corner 3 for Bree Mesyar. That misses everything. Back tapped by Keelan Laird for another second chance opportunity. Mesyar can't get that one to go. Vikings, great find. McTaggart. And that one rejected by Mesyar. Great job getting back on the defensive end.
Absolutely. And unlike when McKenna came down, she went right up. I think if McKenna had gone straight up, she may have made the basket, may have drawn the foul, or it might have been blocked, but either way, it would have been all right for the Vikings.
Vikings retain possession. Just over 1 minute remaining.
What a pass.
Michaela Knight finds Emma McTaggart, who is fouled. She'll have to go to the line and earn her points from the charity stripe.
That's one of those, as you watch the play develop, you think, oh, that's 2 points. And then, unfortunately, just a little bump threw Emma off on that shot. That's probably the shot next year she makes and goes to the line for just 1.
McTaggart knocks down her first free throw. Her big brother, Cam, played a little ball.
Yeah, I imagine she got a lot of her basketball skill and love of the game from watching Cam play.
Well, she's been working on the free throws. She knocks down a pair. Vikings up 25-22. 55 seconds remaining in the opening first half as Bree Messiar high off the backboard and off the mark. Anderson to McKenna Bryant. Bryant driving baseline, able to shovel it over to Meyer, who fires for 3. That one off the front iron. Michaela Knight with the offensive board. Cadillac has an extra possession. McKenna to Michaela Knight, and she is blocked from Keelan Laird.
She's played a really, I thought, really solid job in the inside of that zone. Other than that last little foul or even the shot before that, been really good at finding open teammates and moving the ball around and creating opportunities. Unselfish play by her.
And aside from getting players into foul trouble, the free throws starting to accumulate for Ludington. They are now in the double bonus. And at the line is the freshman Annie Klein. A lot of missed free throws in the first half.
Absolutely. Ludington right now, if my stats are right, about 2 for 10.
It's been an Achilles heel. They've certainly had their opportunities as Klein goes 1 of 2. 2-point advantage for Cadillac, 25-23. And we'll see if the Vikings can add to it with their final possession. Bryant fires from downtown, off the mark. Rebound by Bree Messiar. And here come the Orioles, have somebody wide open under the bucket as Abby Banstra gets it to go. And that'll tie us up heading into halftime. Boy, we've got ourselves a doozy as the District 35 playoff preview has lived up to the hype as the Ludington Orioles and the Cadillac Vikings go into halftime tied at 25-all. Stay with us. We've got your halftime show here on NewsNet Sports and CCTV.